Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me in Toronto, Canada for the start of the 2022 Gumball 3000 Supercar Rally. This is now my 7th time on the Gumball 3000, and I'm going to bring you along for the full adventure behind the scenes as we head south from Toronto all the way to Miami, Florida. It is going to be crazy, it is going to be action-packed, it is going to be fast-paced. Day one begins with the Hoff waving the flag in Young Dundas Square to start the journey for over 100 Gumball cars. Shortly thereafter, the border crossing into the United States, ready for the first checkpoint at the Movement Festival in Detroit and an opportunity to head backstage. From there, it's onwards to Indianapolis with the grid in Monument Circle, but day two will be taking some time away from our cars to attend the Indy 500, one of the world's most legendary motorsport events, and my first time at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. For day three, we are back in our cars, and in fact, we have the craziest checkpoint in Bardstown, Kentucky, where the crowd were just phenomenal. From there, we go on to the City of Music, Nashville, Tennessee. On day four, we're going to be experiencing NASCARs in Alabama at the Talladega Superspeedway before going onwards to Atlanta, Georgia. Day five will be the long slog, the longest day of the 2022 rally, with a checkpoint at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium and an opportunity to bring the cars onto the field before we drive on to the Guitar Hotel in Fort Lauderdale. For day six, we're going to the most southerly point of the contiguous United States with a checkpoint in Key West before heading back to the finish line at the DRV PNK Stadium, home of Inter Miami, for the Gumball Goodwill Cup. It's going to be a big journey. Let's get underway. It is mission success. The GT500 is fully liveried up. It is wearing all of the stickers, ready for the Toronto to Miami Gumball 3000 2022. We've got all of the sponsors. We've got the crazy colors of the Gumball logo, Toronto to Miami, the graphics up on the windshield. Those are going to look insane when they're outdoors under natural light. The way the colours flip, I'm not sure how well you can see it on the numbers on the doors here, but from blue to pink, silver in between, contrasting against the green. When the sunshine is on those, they're going to look mega. I can't wait to see what that's like. We've got all of the sponsors involved though. We've got Kappa, we've got Quantum DNA, we've got Carrera, we've got Hard Rock, we've got Whistle Pig, we've got IQ Protocol, we've got Parsec, we've got Piston Distillery, we've got Ignition Casino, we've got Fresh Sense, we've got the Twitter bird down there as well. But this car is ready to be part of it all, and I cannot wait. My 7th Gumball 3000, but if we rewind a couple of days, I was genuinely concerned that this was not going to make it here. It is a huge thanks to everyone involved in getting this to the start line. I was about to say across to the finish line, but to the start line here in Toronto. We are arriving at the grid. This is where all of the action is. As we cruise on through to drive in here. Wow. How you doing, mate? Madness, how's it going? All good, how are you? Good to see you. Cruising through here, I can hear the shouts of Revit. Look at this with all the Gumball cars around. Yeah, here we are, lining up on the grid. Thank you. Oh, we're on video, hey. I've never signed someone's neck, this is new.
No, it's good. Yes, you carry stuff.
On the grid then, let's have a walk around, check out some of the cars. Plenty more still arriving in the extra part of the paddock just up towards that direction. This area is pretty on point though. Let's have a look around. That 812 GTS is stunning. Talked about it in the preview in the garage. Absolutely love the look of that car. To pick out this, we've got DDE with the Aventador SVJ. I suspect we're going to be hearing a lot from Damon and Dave and the team on the rally. Look at this, a complete custom print over the entirety of that Corvette. And I love this 812 Superfast, as I said, because they've gone completely with the theme, as you can see, with the colours, with the locations, with the logos, the 22nd annual Gumball 3000 2022. But look, the McLaren P1. McLaren P1 on Gumball 3000 is just mega. This car is sitting in race mode as well, right down. It's actually got different wheels on it. Navy blue, looks the part, one of the best cars. As you can see in this section, still waiting for a few cars to arrive. We're parked up with the GT500. We've got Pog in his 812 Superfast, the Pog d'Armory, again in the French police design. I actually rode in that car when Pog had just got it a couple of years ago. Amazing to see the same car out here again, but we're going to be seeing plenty more cars arriving. This is going to be a full grid a little bit later on, but let's head to the gifting suite, head to the registration to show you, well, the behind the scenes of becoming a Gumballer and getting the jackets, all of the merch. Let's go check it out. Welcome to the Gumball 3000 gifting suite, the VIP reception. We've just been through all of the paperwork, so we've signed everything, done all of that side of it. We have our wristbands, which means we are officially Gumballers, ready to head around to pick up our route cards. Every day we're going to be getting the route cards along the way. These tell us exactly where we're going, what we're going to be doing. We have the Gumball auction catalogue just here. This is going to say what's part of the Gumball 3000 Foundation auction along the way. Going to be signing the flags. This is always fun. Every rally, every Gumballer signs, so we've got to find a good spot to do it. Are we signing on both of them? Both of them? Great, yeah. Definitely. So let's find a place to squeeze in here somewhere. Oh, this is actually quite difficult. I'm going to go right in here. Let's do it right next to DJ Andy Purnell. Let's get this in here. Number 150. We got it. Let's get on to the next one. 150. All good. Arcade machines, love them, perfect for the garage. Every Gumballer's getting their signatures on here this year. Team Shmee, number 150. There we go, we got it. Signing on to some of the jackets as well. Yeah. Good stuff. All right, signatures all done. Quick pass by of Piston Distillery if you want to grab some Piston Gin along the way. Next up, we've got Bobby White London. So we've got our
2 key rings for you here.
Perfect, lovely.
One for you, one for your co-driver.
Amazing, really nice. We've got the route stops, we've got Team 150. That's cool. We've also, this is the Spirit of the Gumball ring. That's really quite special for this year's rally.
Yeah, it's got all the different locations on the sides where you're going on the rally.
Nice.
And it's all diamonds, rubies and sapphires.
Yeah, so the team who puts in the most effort to this year's rally
gets it, yeah.
is going to be winning that.
This is the auction piece for Nashville.
Okay.
Again, this is a 18 karat rose gold, diamonds, sapphires, and again, it's got all the different stops where people are going to be going on the rally.
That is epic.
And the loop attaches, it screws off.
It screws off, and it goes into a Lamborghini as well, so you don't have to wear it as a necklace.
You could put that on the front of a Lamborghini.
On the front of a Lamborghini, yeah, as well.
There you go.
I'd love to see that on a Lambo on this rally. Someone's got to try it. Making our way through, the clothing sponsor this year is Kappa, the rally jackets. This is one of the biggest parts of the rally. We've also got Carrera with the sunglasses, but the biggest parts is getting your gear, becoming a Gumballer with all of the clothing. Grabbing a quick baseball cap right here, got to be done, Gumball 3000. Made it back upstairs with quite the haul, I'm not going to lie. The amount of stuff here, from shoes, sandals, caps, different things for the rally. Obviously, we've got this whole bag from Kappa, who are one of the main sponsors. Trying to work out where this opens from. Ah, we've got the zipper up top. Have a look inside here. This is literally just loaded with stuff. We've got more caps. We've got the sunglasses from Carrera. That's cool as well. All obviously made for the rally. We've got the jackets. There's so much cool stuff in here. Air fresheners for the car. This is literally like a full wardrobe. I mean, we're going to learn as we go, but that's the gifting suite. Let's get back to the grid. The GT500 is just shy of 10,000 miles on it now, so we're going to be going through that 10,000 mile mark on the first leg with this car, which is kind of cool. Obviously, we had some struggles to get it here to the grid, but we managed. It's here, it is ready. We have Mr. Pog right here. Photo bombing, video bombing, however you want to call it. No, don't do this.
I am sitting.
We're turning the camera away for a second because these guys are...
Always happy to meet you.
Likewise, it's cool to see this because we filmed with that when you had just bought it. Back to the show, GT500, great car for the adventure. Track pack, obviously fairly limited edition, massive power, crazy sounds, as you've heard on the drive-in. We're probably going to smoke up some tyres somewhere along the way. Hopefully we can get all the way to the end without needing new tyres, because that would be a little bit of a disaster. The livery looks immense. I want to keep that on a little bit later on as well. And yes, I've been a little bit cheeky because it's a Florida car, but hey, we're rocking the plate that it will have when eventually this car is imported to the UK. So that fits perfectly spot on. I've spotted something fun. We're coming around here. You'll see why in just a second. Where are we? Mini Shmee could get the first t-shirt from the rally. I think that's deserved. Look at this, look at this. This is fun. So cool. So this is our rally tee for this year. We'll have more of those tomorrow. That's the smallest size I've got, I'm sorry. But hey. Cool. The Pog Marie is in action with the lights flashing. with, I think, a Canadian cop at the wheel right now, which is quite funny, being shown how the car works by Pog. And yes, they're quickly getting, we're all going to get stickered up. It's going to be quite funny, I guess, at the end of this, how many stickers we have on the GT500, which out in the daylight, I haven't really said this enough, I think looks mega. How's that for a Gumball car? Team Texas have brought a full-size coach. The guys have gone for the party bus. This is probably going to be absolutely wild. For the leg at the end, when we go down from Atlanta towards Fort Lauderdale and Miami, that is a long, long drive. The action just started hotting up here on the grid. These guys are making a whole ton of noise, the matching cars. That is Max Cooper, Mr. Gumball, Mr. JWW in the Aventador, S Roadster, SLR Roadster. We've got the insane 6x6 here, literally war. I suspect TRX 6-wheeler lined up next to me. What on earth? That was really quite loud. The SVJ has shuffled through. That is a crazy design, crazy livery on it. And that's also desperately loud. That's not standard at all. Presumably, once it is parked, we're going to have some noise, if I know anything about Lamborghinis. Another team rocking the French police livery, the Gendarmerie, the Alpine A110. That's actually come over from France, which is cool to see. They've returned to the rally after a few years absent, but back to have some fun with that on the journey to Miami. Up at the front of the grid, ahead of us all going over to Young Dundas Square, where David Hasselhoff is going to drop the flag and wave it for all of the participants to get on the road. We have the McLaren P1 and we have the Ferrari 812 Superfast, the two cars that raised the most for the Gumball Foundation, £125,000 each. It was originally from Jordan and Team Shmee150, matched by the P1. They're going to be jointly leading the rally to get things underway shortly when we go from here over towards the main flag drop very, very soon. I cannot wait to get this started, to get on the way, to get on the drive for day one from here to Detroit and onwards to Indianapolis. For the rally, we have our t-shirt design, Toronto to Miami with the GT500, very on theme. We also have plenty of stickers. We're going to be giving lots of these out along the way. We've got some t-shirts as well. No worries, pleasure. I got loads here, so bear with me. Let's have a quick look around the grid. There are plenty more cars that have joined us overnight. Just here we've got the GT3, ACR, there's an SLR Roadster coming this way, SVJ, but come on down because this is where new cars have parked up. Lots of people doing it in style and comfort with the Urus, the Cullinan for example. If we squeeze through this way though, I'm beelining towards another very green Ford. It's quite cool to have two technically green Fords on the grid. There is a Ford GT parked here. That car looks awesome, absolutely love it. The green with the black stripes. Into the second part of the grid, just have a look around. The GT3, Bentley, Ferraris, you name it. This is where we have many of the cars all stickered up for the purpose with all of the sponsors, part of the whole team drive. It's always quite fun when all of the cars are matching. We've pointed out some of the liveries when we've seen the cars arriving on the grid. I'm taking a look at what's new, what I haven't seen here before. Obviously everybody loading up their cars, and I tell you what, when you're doing an adventure like this and you've been to the gifting suite and picked up as much merch as we have along the way, not so easy if you're in a supercar. I'm quite pleased that we've got the GT500. We've got DDE with the SVJ. We've got a lovely Ferrari 812 GTS over on the other side. Hey guys, look at this. We've got the Aston Martin 177. We've got Team Texas with the party bus. We've got the massively chromed multicolored 458 just there. It's rollout time over towards the Gumball start, which means we need to hop on board the car. We're going to be part of this drive. We've got the first 10 foundation cars as they all head out. Team Relic here with the Z28. That sounds raw. I guess we're going to hop in here and get moving. We are rolling out. Let's get this in the noisy mode. It has to be done, doesn't it? Past the crowd, rock and roll. Look at this, and this is not even the start. This is like the pre-start. This is getting us from here to the start line, getting ready to get to where it's all going to begin from. We're ready. We are ready for this. The cops making it easy to parade on down to get there. I feel sorry for anybody around who's probably like, what's going on? Why do I have to wait so long? But yeah, let's get to the flag drop. We are now on the grid then. Up ahead of us here in Young Dundas Square is where the flag is going to drop. This is the Times Square equivalent of Toronto. You can see the crowd. It is going to be an eclectic buzz in the air. Everybody getting ready. Just look up in this direction. We've got a few things we need to do before the rally gets fully started. but already this is the buzz we love. This is addictive. This is Gumball. All right, let's go see what's going on and get ready for this. Come on, guys! It is time. They are off. Team Skookum are leading the way. This is it. This is where it begins. Get ready. The Gumball has officially begun. David Hasselhoff has waved the flag. Off they go. The first cars for the rally are on the way. They are making their way out. This is Deadmau5 in the 720 Spider. Joel is a legend, always loved his music, one of the best DJs. He's back again. We met on 2014 Miami to Ibiza. He's now heading out, rocking towards the front of the grid in the 720 Spider. Sounding epic. All right, this is where it's hotting up. The atmosphere is amazing. Heading off now, we've got Team 911 in a 911, and not just any 911, but a Tech Art 992 Turbo S, satin black, Tech Art upgrades, gold wheels, 911 on the side. Very, very appropriate. We like that. Look at this. They are driving thousands of miles in the Beetle. Hear the crowd. The crowd roared as they drove in. Look at the plate, Ontario GB3000. They set up for this one, driving a Beetle on the rally. That's what we love. From the supercars to classics to unusual choices. You know, next up, we've got a 765 LT Spider McLaren, brand new, probably delivered only just before the rally. The Beetle is off. I love that. I love the atmosphere. I love the buzz. I love how much they're going for it. Good stuff. This is so loud, I know I shouldn't stand anywhere near it. I'd be exhausted at the back, finger in the ear just in case. Already losing. These guys, Team 44, Team Oro, had to do an engine change last week to get this car here to Toronto, to get it to the start. They have almost done as much by way of the spirit of the Gumball to get to the start line. This car needed to be up and running. It's going to be an intense ride, but I think they're going to have a pretty amazing time out with this. We've got Mr. JWW on board the Aventador S Roadster as well, all lined up, all geared up. You ready, man?
I am so ready.
They're off. Max gonna get on board Mr. Gumball 3000, ready to drive this all the way down towards Miami. I'm not gonna lie, the Ford GT in track mode like this coming towards the grid just has so much presence. Next up, we've got the Pog Damery. We've got Pog on the 812, the Gendarmerie. Here they are, Mr. Pog. They're up on the bonnet, standing on the bonnet of a Ferrari. They're heading out of the square, or surfing out of the square, I should say. Very appropriate in the blue Ferrari 812. TDF blue, Tour de France blue. One gendarme departs, one gendarme arrives. The Alpine A110, the guys in all the gear. They have quite a few different outfits for the rally. It's amazing to see the effort that they actually go to and have gone to with the French plate. They have come over from France, bringing the car from Europe to here in Canada to drive it to Miami. These are actually painted. This is graffiti onto the car. This is not a vinyl wrap. This is not a print. This is a painted livery. This was literally painted. They've got the videos of it on both that and on the TRX as well. Maximum effort. The amount of extents these guys have gone to do that. Look at this, just look at all the cars. Team 150, we are just chilling at the side there while we let all of this chaos unfold, and then very shortly get on the way ourselves to be on the move. Look who we've got here. If it isn't trouble themselves, DDE, Daily Driven Exotics. Let me come through, let me come through. All right, we gotta say hello.
Hey!
How you doing?
Good.
You
How's
ready?
everybody doing?
It is chaos up front,
I can only imagine.
and I
It's
keep
chaos.
hearing Aventadors revving.
What Aventador?
Yeah, what Aventador?
Hold on.
One thing that DDE definitely know how to do well is make a lot of noise. Pog Damery is watching you. Pog has been here. The sun is back out. Wow, bit of a launch down the star grid. Here we are, Toronto to Miami. The whole of Toronto knows that DDE are here on the rally. Team 100, Azuro, California is this paint. The navy blue carbon, the yellow pinstripe details, the cream interior. That's how a car should be spec'd. That's how it should be done. And then we've got the Aston Martin 177, one of 77, one of the hypercars on this rally. The Senna with its doors out back there as well. Wow, that looks amazing. This car is just so cool. Absolutely love it. Team Texas. That's so fun. We've got the crew cars, we've got the McLaren Senna, but it's time for us to get started. So I need to hop on board my car for this journey, take the driver's seat and get ready for the start. I am on board, so this means into neutral. Let's give the people some noise. All of the noise. So, oh wow, we've got the flares going off here. That's crazy. This is cool. We're driving through Young Dundas Square in a car with a horrific turning circle, but that's no bad thing. We're gonna go full lock round towards the start line. So we're gonna wait just a moment, pull forwards here into the sunshine. Off we go. We kissed goodbye to some tyres there. We had an amazing time. We are now on the Gumball 3000. Look at this crowd. Look at this. This is insane.
Thank you. Woo! There he is, right here, brother.
Let's make our way through the crowd here. Oh goodness. I guess we should give the car a break. 9,821 miles, we're starting our Gumball. We're gonna be driving a couple of thousand miles over the next week or so. We're gonna get this through 10,000 miles today. We're heading to Detroit. We've got the border crossing to the United States of America. We've then got the onward drive to Indianapolis for the Indy 500. This crowd in Toronto has been epic, totally epic. But yeah, the journey continues. Right, we're following this Rolls Royce out of town. We've got, I think, 3 hours or so, 3 hours 20 from here to Detroit. That will be our first checkpoint once we've crossed the border. They say we should have a Gumball lane. Let's see how that goes. I imagine there are going to be some pretty stringent checks at the border, and it's going to take a lot of time to deal with all the paperwork, but that will be half the fun of it. Anyway, we're on the move. Good times. Let's catch up when we've made it out of Toronto. We've got a noisy one. A good old lineup up ahead of us, which is fantastic. That is what we wanted. This is going to be great. Look at this. Amazing. So let's try and get some fuel in here and then join the drive. Look at this full-on party. Everyone. Oh, that's amazing. We are straight away ready to head out. That was a very quick stop, but all the cars are here. When you're driving an American muscle car, it doesn't do anything else. That's what it does, you know? You put your foot on the throttle and it gets a bit like that. Viper on the flyby. Oh, that sounds cool. V10 in that thing. We're about to have our ears literally blown off. Here they go, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Ow. Ow. Thanks, Damon. Oh no, we've got DDE again. Oh my goodness. This is absurd. Then we have the 812 GTS. This is Gumball. Oh, I'm so pleased we've been able to catch up with the group. It was cool to see all the cars off the start line. But now driving with everyone is like, this is what it's all about. This is the rally. This is the spirit. As DDE come back past us, I've been so lost in the moment just now. Gosh. Wow, so lost in the moment that I actually didn't notice we've gone through 10,000 miles. We now have over 10,000 miles on this car, and we've done it driving in this pack of cars as we just chill and let everyone come flying by for a moment. This is so cool. This is so ridiculously cool. And again, round 2. Ears are bleeding. Ears are actually bleeding. These 2. One more. We're arriving towards the Ambassador Bridge. There are people all around here as well, which is kind of cool. We've got such a big group of Gumball cars. Bridge to USA. Oh, that's how you get the shots. Hang out the sunroof. He has got it down. That's cool. Welcome Gumball 3000 drivers. What legends at the borders to welcome us through like that. That's really nice. To make it super smooth, they actually have Gumball 3000 lanes here. Gumball 3000 traffic only. Although there are other lanes that just look open. I think we'll still stick to the Gumball lanes because those are probably going to be the easiest for all of this to make it work as we would like it to. So I suppose we've got a bit of a queue, which is our fault for arriving with so many cars at the same time, but we'll make it through and we will get our way onwards towards our checkpoint in Detroit. We've made it to the checkpoint here. All of the cars are lined up. This is basically a music festival venue in Detroit. All the cars lined up this way. Obviously loads of people here as well, which is super cool. The last of the cars coming in through here. Oh, I can spot number 7 over there. That would be Max and James. Yeah, we're following you guys wherever we go. American muscle, we've got to stick together. All of the cars then calling on in. We might grab some stickers, run around a little bit, see where the day takes us.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's all right, guys.
Thank you.
How are you? We have the Living the Supercar Dream book, always fun to throw in a squiggle.
Thank you.
We're backstage at the festival, quite literally. I think we can we go up here? Let's pop up here and go and have a quick look. The crowd are actually screaming, this is pretty wild. Who would have thought it? We're on the move with the BAC mono that was in the grid. We hadn't seen that coming.
We've got the crew, we've got the 720S, we've got the Viper, we've got the RS7, we've got the GT3, and we're just taking it easy. Super easy, because we've left fairly quickly. I want to see all the cars going past us. We had a couple just before, Urus, Wraith, GT3 RS before that pack. It's quite fun to see everybody coming by. And next up, the Rolls Royce Dawn. Cruising top down. Lovely evening for it. What a way to go. We've got my buddies at Kapow Racing with the Corvette C8. Good to see them cruising. We've got the Pug Damery. Let's see if they're going to be pulling anybody over. Pog's 812, super fast. Super Pog. Oh, the 177. The Aston Martin 177 under the night lights. Nice. Followed by a top GTS from earlier. What a pair. 2 epic V12s. Oh, then we've got the Aventador of Mr. JWW and Mr. Maximilian Cooper. I'm not entirely sure what's up here, but we've got some blue and red lights. Has anybody been pulled over? Yes, somebody. But not a Gumball car. So somebody's been pulled over for who knows what, and the whole squad of Gumball cars has probably just gone straight past. We are arriving. We might be late in the night. How's it going, everyone? How you doing? He said make a scene. All right, Monument Circle, here we are. Gosh, madness. This is where we're going to be lined up all around. This is exactly where we came 10 years ago. Remember it well. Amazing to be back here. We'll get all the cars parked up somewhere. Well, all of a sudden, we can forget the music because now we've got these guys. It got loud with DDE. Oh my God. That's so loud. It's so loud. Oh my God. It's gone midnight.
If there was anybody sleeping within a 10-mile radius of here, they are now awake, completely awake. What on earth? We need to talk about this quickly. Hurricane Performante with a Ferrari banner across the top. Even there, Ferrari badge. You can't hear it, right? Like, he's burning holes! It is literally a party here in Monument Circle. We've got the Indy 500 coming up, but this is the end of day one. We've got a lot more still to come. We've made it though, Toronto to Detroit to Indianapolis. Let's go have a quick break before we're over to the race to see that and experience that. For now though, what a day. Good morning, Indianapolis. Out here then, the cars are over by the obelisk. We are in the center of town. The coaches are waiting down there to take us over to the race circuit. Let's do this. And over that away is the Motor Speedway, unsurprisingly, where stuff is flying overhead. That's where we are going. All aboard the buses, all the gumballers, let's go. Morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Good morning, guys. How are you? Good to see you.
Police escort crew.
Welcome to Gumball, hey?
Yeah.
Wow.
As we get closer and closer, every single property around here just has their driveways, their gardens, everything packed with cars, stuff in the cars. And we are making some amazing progress. Straight up. And driving and the convoy. Look at this. Round we go.
This is genuinely quite exciting. First time at the Indy 500. The most attended one-day motorsport event in the entire world. 500,000 people or something come here to watch this. Look at the scale of the grandstands in front of us. Obviously we're heading up to the hospitality, which Gumball have arranged for today, hopefully with a pretty awesome view of all of the action. So I'm super excited. My first ever IndyCar race, so let's go. Well, here we are then. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the 106th Indy 500. The cars are all down there. I think it's going to sound pretty epic when they all go flying by. Thankfully, we're up just towards the shade because it is baking hot today. But yeah, look at how epic this is going to be. Can't wait to actually see this and hear them all go flying by. That was cool, the flyover. Nearly missed it, did my best. Wow. Let's go! Hundreds of thousands of people here. Let's go! Line up 3 wide. They are about to start, all lined up. Pace car is in. There is a winner. Marcus Ericsson takes first place at the Indy 500. Chip Ganassi Racing, the podium, is actually just through here at the end of the pit lane. But we are going to get out of here because over 300,000 people here at Indy, all trying to leave at the same time. It's going to be mayhem. Super exciting to have seen this. Look, the car gets lifted up. It's actually, honestly, just through here, just round the back. Amazing, amazing stuff. Car spotting on our way out. 992 Turbo S is a good way to get in and out of the circuit. And for today, we are done. That was exhausting. It is day 3. We had a good rest after the Indy 500. Now it is time to drive from here to Bardstown, Kentucky and on to Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to try and join a bit of a convoy. It's not the longest of drives today, which gives us a bit of freedom as to what's coming up. So let's hop in the GT500, get on the road. Next stop, Kentucky. As you can see here, the cars are quickly heading out. GT2 RS on the move. We're at Monument Circle in Indianapolis, where we're actually ahead of the scheduled departure time. But looking around, most of the Gumball cars are already on the way. I'm slightly scared, as an alarm goes off, that we might be a little bit late today, which means we might need to get a move on quite quickly. Anyway, it's already boiling hot, despite being this time in the morning. I think we're going to hit the road, and then we're going to have the carnage when these guys all presumably come flying by us quite shortly. So let's hop in the car, get on the move. About 5 hours or so of driving, I think, if we follow the planned route. Let's do it. Now, if you know your cars, you know that this is a Lamborghini Hurricane Performante. If you looked at it, you would be convinced otherwise. Red, Rosso Corsa, the emblem worn at the front, the window strip. Down here, look at the wheels, the center locks, the brake calipers, the shields on the side, come all the way to the very back. I know we had a quick look at this before, but you could barely see at night. You've even got the badge up here on the deck. You've got the prancing horse there. So yes, what car is this, hey? Is it a Performante or is it a Ferrari? I mean, that's controversial to the max for sure, but quite fun. Right, we need some AC. It's actually toasty right now, really toasty. It's 28 degrees Celsius at 10 a.m. Let's go then, join this group past the Corvette. Hopefully they'll catch us in just a moment. We are behind the Urus. What's up in front of the Urus? Everything, that's what we like. Bit of a Gumball lineup led by Team Skookum's 812. We say farewell to Indianapolis. What a stop that's been. Fantastic. That sounds so good. We've caught the Beetle. I've been looking forward to seeing this on the road. How cool is it that the team are driving that on the Gumball? What legends, such an unusual choice for a rally like this, but so cool. Fantastic. This is cool. We're crossing this bridge over from Indiana to Kentucky. So where are we right now? Is this Louisville? Maybe, something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but a whole bunch of skyscrapers and city buildings. Feels a bit like when we arrived in Detroit, except significantly warmer. It's 30 degrees Celsius. But basically from here, we have, what, only 40 minutes to go to get to Bardstown. And the first cars that have got there have said it is crazy. So I'm very excited about this. We've actually got a few cars but stuck in traffic a little way behind from the bridge. So, game on. Let's see what it's like when we arrive there. This is basically the central street through the town, which has been heavily advertising that Gumball's going to be here. And you can see that instantly. That is the sound of the Lambo behind. We've also got an 812 behind that. And obviously a line of traffic to get up towards our destination in town. How cool is this? Look at the crowd. This is massive. Bardstown, what a turnout. All right, brace yourself.
Hey, welcome to Bardstown, Kentucky, bourbon capital of the world. How was the ride down?
So far, so good. How you doing? No worries, no worries.
Thank you.
Woo. Who wants a t-shirt? This place is so wild. The Beatles just rolled in. Look, people are up on the roof. People are on the roof to watch all of this. The whole high street has been taken over by Gumball 3000, by all of the cars. This is absolutely mad. This is absolutely mad. Never seen anything like it. We're walking up this way before DDE gets here. I apologize for those. Wasn't my fault. It just kind of happens in a Mustang. It's just what it does. At least they go in a straight line. That's number one. I love this. The Aston 177 is rolling in. Look at that, and the tour bus behind. You can hear the tour bus a mile away. How cool is this? This is serious. This is so good. Bardstown has turned up for Gumball 3000. Could not have asked for more. Ow. We've got Mr. JWW, we've got Mr. Gumball, and we've got This is literally one massive party. This is genuinely next level crazy. Team Oro Station have made it with the Mustang. The hop is off for a wander. Greeting everyone. That's so cool. That's so cool. This is just, I mean, we've got lunch down that way. This is just from another world. We have a sneak peek at the 177 engine. Over 7 litres of naturally aspirated V12 glory in the Aston Martin 177, and it's a work of art as well. What a cool place to be. Mama's Kitchen in Bardstown, welcoming the Gumballers. We've got live music playing down that way. Cool vibes. What a place. Gumballers rolling out, off they go. Squeezing out through the crowd. It's just like dropping the start flag. Everyone's off, ready for the next leg from here down towards Nashville. We've got quite a drive ahead of us. 812 followed by 812. Goldfinger, they're here, ready to rock and roll. Safe drive, guys. See you on the road.
Loads of cars out. Right, time for us to get into the grid. Oh, the Beetle's coming, the Beetle's coming. Let's hear it for the Beetle. Off goes the Beetle. Everywhere you go, you're up front.
Yeah, I know, it's funny how that happens.
Yeah, you got it. The X-Assist, the C8. Woohoo! This is mega! Listen to this, Ken Griffey Jr. getting in on the action. The crowd goes wild. The P1 parked up here. Those guys are good at putting it in race mode. I like that. Down in race mode, looks the part. Caught in the act.
I was missing in color yellow.
I'm now the Ferrari crew.
You're not part of the crew.
We'll make our way out of here slowly. Maybe with a little bit of a tyre smoke. Shall we do it? Shall we do a full line lock right here, just because it will send the crowd wild? Right next to DDE. I think we should do this. Okay. We probably just left some proper black marks in the center of the square.
Have a safe drive, bro.
Thank you very much. Oh, well, that was officially crazy. How much fun can you have? Yes, guys, there's only so much tire burning we can do, but we're not going to have anything left when we get to the other end. This is quite fun. We've got that red SV. Amazing. And we've got the Hurricane Spider alongside, which is also very cool. Slightly confusing change of plans. So the direct route from here to Nashville, or from Bardstown to Nashville, would have been 2 hours on an interstate. Not perhaps the most exciting afternoon, but a group of people have created a different loop via some twisty roads, because this part of the USA has some amazing roads. So we started going directly towards Nashville, but now we are, I don't really know where we are exactly, but basically taking the other side of a triangle to get across to where they're going to be passing through very shortly, to hopefully all meet up and drive together to go down some rather nice roads and take a more creative route, shall we say, a more creative route with a small group of gumballers. The good news is that we got a tank of gas and we are now parked in the beautiful Kentucky countryside at the side of the road, basically waiting for everyone to come from that direction. The bad news is that I have a picture of the Alpine, which is not running and refuses to start. We're on the road in the wrong direction because they're stuck there. So we're going to join the whole crew, see what the problem is. The massive irony here is that we basically turned around, parked up, hopped out. The Alpine, which has been showing some red engine warning lights and stopped, is now running again. So we haven't really had time to take in what exactly happened. Some other guys had gone to get some fuel. A local guy has come to help out as well in case anything was needed, tools and stuff. And we've got the G-Wagon, the Ferrari, and of course us, and there's a 911 convertible. Oh yes, that went to go and get the fuel in case it was a fueling issue, a pump issue, something like that. But the police are now up and running, which means we can set off and chase the police. We're going to chase the police. The aircon is full blast. It is far too hot out here. For now though, let's ease back into this a little bit for the Alpine, the little gendarmerie, French police car, and hopefully things are all going to be good as we go find some nice roads to drive. This is a bit better than flowing through some lovely twisty roads, chasing the little Alpine. That thing is tiny, this thing is massive. And obviously this thing is ludicrously powerful in comparison. The Alpine, it's the opposite philosophy, right? It's saving weight and being fun to drive without massive power. Because you don't need massive power if you're not trying to lug a land yacht around with you. Whereas this is, let's stick a massive great power lump into something a little bit regular and not particularly lightweight. Yeah. Power! We're back on the highway. We've got the 911, we've got the Performante in front of us, we've got quite congested roads, but we're certainly making the most of it. The Alpine is right behind as well, which looks quite cool. Everybody meandering a little bit up and down through the traffic, making sure we make some progress as best as we can. The challenge, therefore, is how do you make it through the car with a trailer in the left lane, which obviously in Europe you can't do. Anyway, we're getting somewhere. just, it's a bit of sometimes all over the place. Hey, that's rallying in the USA, I think. Up ahead of us is Nashville, Tennessee. First time I've ever been to Nashville in my life. Had a stop in Tennessee with this car on the Where's Shmee US Edition tour last year, but this is going to be the very end of the public grid. So technically it is still open for Gumball arrivals, but it's not going to be particularly wild, I would imagine, because we're at the end. I mean, I'd love to be surprised, so let's see what actually happens when we do pull in. But I'm thinking that with our level of exhaustion, having driven the wrong way and all sorts of weird things, it's probably going to be a fairly brief one. We arrive at the grid then. All right, we are one of the last here, for sure, but at least we are here. That's the important thing. We have made it to Nashville. This is the city of music. Broadway is literally the street of music. This is a really cool place to be. We'll go say hello to some folks, but there's a lot of vibe around here. There's a lot of live bands, there's a lot of sound, there's a lot of action. I didn't quite surprised that there aren't more Gumball cars here. I thought everyone would be in front of us, but I'm sure there are still some more to arrive, which is, hey, we managed to get here quicker. I'm trying to see if there's something coming in the traffic, and we're parked right up at the entrance to the grid. Slightly worried also that some of these cars are going to be blocked in tomorrow morning on departures, but we'll see how that goes. We're going to head out from the grid now. This evening is the Gumball 3000 charity dinner. We're going to go check that out as well, get to our hotel first. We're a little bit behind time, so let's go get cracking on with that and see where the evening takes us.
Good times, good vibes. Cuban brothers here at the Sky Deck.
First off, I think we all should sing Happy Birthday to CeeLo. Let's sing it. Let's not sing it. Let's sing it. Let's sing it. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, CeeLo. Happy birthday to you. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, go CeeLo, it's your birthday.
Now today is our third driving day. We are heading from here in Nashville, Tennessee, the city of music, and what an overnight checkpoint and stop this has been, down south Alabama to go to the Talladega Speedway, where we're going to be experiencing some NASCARs. We'll then head east from there to Atlanta, Georgia, and last time Gumball stopped in Atlanta, it was insane. This evening is going to be mega. First things first, we need to get this started because it is super hot this morning and we need the AC running. There we go, sounds good. As you can truly see here, sticker wars on Gumball 3000, Skookum, Team 119, the Pogda Marie, we've got Team Relic up there. I'm not sure if we've yet done one on Max and James's car, so... You need one, you need one. On the fuel filler cap, that's going to be needed by Max and James. Not sure what that was, probably DDE, pretty loud. So, I think in just a second, we will get in the car, get this journey underway, get the drive going down to Talladega Speedway.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Dave.
How are you?
All good, ready for the drive?
Ready for Talladega?
Oh yeah, ready to
I
try.
thought that was a real thing. I thought it was just a movie.
Well, apparently the Talladega Speedway is in Alabama, where we're going today.
Going to Alabama?
Yeah. All right then, let's pull up here. Look at this thing, it's so loud, it's so crazy. Oh, let's hop out for a second. Everybody is in Gumball vibes this morning, ready for the drive out. We will be departing, I think, with some of the cars around us here. It's going to be noisy. It might be a little bit quick, we shall see. Yeah, let's take this as it comes and see where we end up. As we get on the move then, this is very much a bit of Ricky Bobby. Wow, those flames. A bit of Ricky Bobby today. If you ain't first, you're last as we go towards Talladega, following these very noisy guys out of the city. That is utterly silly. I'm not sure how they can manage to drive in a car that sounds that loud. We are off, we have more cars behind us. In fact, we have a little squadron of Aventadors with Mr. Gumball and with another Aventador right behind that. I was slightly skeptical that we were driving in the wrong direction, and we're now definitely turning around. This is taking us back the other way. It's about 3 hours from here to Talladega. How you guys doing?
As good as your co-pilot.
You can only be as good as your co-pilot. Funny, just funny. I don't know why I've done this. Positioning myself here means... We've got the 6x6 in the squadron as well, just up in front. That's so funny, look at it moving lanes, it's huge. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Let's hang tight here, we're about to have DDE SVJ. Finger in the air. Thanks, Damon. There goes DDE. It's just constantly the sound, this like high-pitched V12 scream followed by that really loud bang and pop. We've just had a fuel station, gas station takeover, but we're now rolling out again, so compulsory opportunity to get some fuel in the car. I am absolutely baking, but with our little convoy of Aventadors, I tell you what, there is a certain type of character that anybody who drives an Aventador takes on. Okay, case in point. Case in absolute point. Wow. Damon was not holding back there. Back onto the highway we go. With as many V12s, no, they can't go anywhere, they're stuck behind a car and a truck. Otherwise they would be off. Now we can go. Team 111. Reminds me of when I was Team 111 back on Gumball 2015, which was from Scandinavia over to the US with my 650S Spider. Good times. This is going to be a fun day. And on our right, okay, so the 765 LT was gone. But this wasn't far behind an SVJ. This was not far behind the SVJ at all. This is what Gumball is all about. We've caught up with this Hurricane Spider. We are surrounded by Gumball cars, rolling as a pack. And we have the 765 LT. And we have the Aventador. And off we go. I'm going to pull to the side for a moment because the crew is expanding. We have an RS6 with us here. Seems to be a few fast Audis on this rally. And then behind that, we have the E63S on it. Sweet home Alabama. We are in the state of Alabama. You just gotta love this. Wherever you go, there's Gumball cars. Like the snake of cars up in front of us. Good 8 or 9 cars now in this little pack, this cruise. Perfect way to spend the day. It seems that the police have arrived. The little Alpine is snaking its way up through the pack. And he wasn't holding back. He was making sure to make some progress. It's good to see the car back on the road though after the problems yesterday. I'm actually gonna pull in just to let him go past. Off they go. And off go DDE as well. Look at how small the Alpine looks when it's next to an SVJ. It's tiny, it's like only 2/3 of the width. We're being nerfed! We're being nerfed! August motor cars. That's a bust. And now they're gone. Oh, look at that, DRS, the wing goes down. Team DDE in August just keep shooting at us. That's good fun. August is just shooting at everyone. This is what happens when you're cruising with DDE, with the DDE crew, with August, with all the guys. TBS just swore at them, like, stop shooting at us. We have arrived at the entrance to the Talladega Superspeedway. They have a whole lot of lanes here and a whole lot of stones on the ground, but we're going to head in. This place is enormous. Look at the grandstand here. I mean, it's not as big as the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but I was not expecting that. We just had a NASCAR going around as well. The cars are clearly buzzing around at the moment. This is actually a pretty fantastic display of Gumball cars right now. Wonderful. Let's go grab ourselves... Oh, look, the Senna is there. Haven't seen the Senna for ages. And it's actually with us still. Right, let's go grab ourselves some lunch and go check out what's going on. I'm not sure I'm doing this in the right order, but part of this afternoon's experience is to go out for a passenger lap in one of the NASCARs. So that's coming up shortly. Before that is enjoying a Trill Burger, which is wonderful, Bun B's Trill Burgers. But I'm not sure that a burger on a really hot day before going 180 miles an hour around an oval is the wisest of ideas. But let's see how it goes. I've got my helmet on, it's going to be me in a moment. I don't know which car I'm going to be going in quite at this time, because obviously this is quick fire, like rotation to get every entrant out, but hopefully we can have some video from inside the car, so let's see how this is going to go. Well, I'm out. That was pretty crazy. Obviously a little bit of helmet hair going on. It is a boiling hot day, as I've said far too many times, but we're also now quite far towards the back of the pack. Just a few others, including the DDE guys, to go with their rides. So I think we're gonna head straight out, go get in the car and get on the road. For now though, that was really cool. The noise though, it's so loud. The rumbling through the ears. That's what I didn't expect. Obviously we're going at 170 something miles an hour around there. Okay, slightly less AC. That's a little bit too much. The two Urusas are heading out there, DBS is there, DDE are just off to the right, as are Mr. JWW and Max. Well, that's awkward.
Were you just doing a piece to camera?
Yeah.
Sorry.
We'll let my editor, Brad, decide if he's keeping that in or not. Oh, okay, wait, watch. Obviously something's about to happen. Obviously. Nice. That's how you do it. And off we go. I love sliding this car. It's so epic.
This one you want to talk to? Yeah, pull up there next to that Lambo. What's the point of that? It just makes painting for us, because now we got to go back and paint it, clean it up, and all that type stuff. So, I mean, we've had a great day, and between that guy...
Damon is literally doing full-on donuts. Turns out they weren't so happy about that. My bad. Oh dear. I'm sorry, everyone. It was fun though. It was fun anyway. We're grouping. We're heading out from here. All right, off we go with the crew here. Let's drive. We are now in Georgia. The last few miles, Damon is completely off. DDE style, he is gone. We have become part of Daily Driven Exotics. We've been told off for being very naughty as we were departing from Talladega. But you know what? This day has been a lot of fun, so kind of is what it is. We have the lovely blue 812 GTS with us. The looks and sounds oh so sweet. They are taking the Gumball lane. I think we might be as well. Not sure which way that's going to take us, but we make our way up the other Gumball lane. There was a sheriff there. There's a sheriff that has pulled out, 100%. Gonna let the sheriff come through. He's absolutely blasting up. There's literally a sheriff right over our shoulder. We're all waiting to see what happens. The boys are playing with fire. David is literally just toying and playing and having fun. This is really funny. This is like really funny. What happens now, I don't know. Are they gonna have a drag race? Cop versus SVJ drag race. Damon is smiling, like one. I love that the officer had a nice smile on his face. I think he was chill. He was just enjoying the fact that the cars are out, we're being safe, having fun. That sounds insane. DD is off, but up ahead you can see the skyscrapers of Atlanta to me. City here, where we are heading, our destination. The RS7 is back, I haven't seen that for a while. It's one of the fun things with Gumball, you're just driving and then randomly cars appear because you're all on the same route and there are 100 plus of you. Just making progress. That sounds good as well. Well, we found ourselves in some Atlanta traffic, unfortunately. Can't really change that bit, but it does mean probably a few tunnels and DDE making some flames out of the SVJ. Well, you can tell DDE's arriving. Atlantic Station here in Atlanta. Never been here. So let's go straight on in. Oh wow, that's a lot of people. We thought this could be a lot of people. It sure is. And we're rolling in behind the flamethrower. So I'm going to close my windows. It's amazing how it's still really loud even with windows closed. Chaos, carnage, craziness. How's it going, guys? Hey. Woo!
5-0. Shmee is in Atlanta! Atlanta, I need you to make some noise for Shmee!
Sweet, all right, we are rolling through. Wow, we've got this whole grid. Look how busy it is here. This is madness.
Thank you.
Pleasure, 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 pleasure.
Thank you, Shmee.
It is officially unbelievably busy here. Obviously, we're towards the end of the day, but the cars are rolling in. Done. I can't hear you guys. Oh, nice. Let's go with it. T-shirt time. We're here in Atlanta then. We're going to pack up for the night there. What a day that was. Nashville via Talladega Speedway here to Atlanta. Time to get some rest because tomorrow is going to be a long drive. It seems we're not the first out of the grid. Team Oro Station with the 66 Mustang are making their way out. We've got all the cars parked around here, including the 177. Basically, most of the grid, probably more of the grid than we've ever seen at one point at any one time on this rally other than at the start. But we need to get the luggage loaded into the car. That doesn't take too long because thankfully the Mustang is really quite practical and it's fairly quiet and calm at the moment. The DDE guys are parked just over that away, as is the McLaren Senna. And you know, when they come out, that's when the wild side of this is all going to begin. Let's get everything in the car and then set off in just a moment. Gumball is a bit of a challenge and these guys are certainly showing how it's done. That has been a mission for them and they are heading now actually to go and find a new gearbox. A new gearbox. Kapow Racing heading out as well. They need a new gearbox in the Mustang, so hopefully they're going to make it down. Nothing like a V10 in the morning. All right, the RS6 and the E63S are heading out, but we know those guys drive fast. So I'm not going to try and keep up because I quite like my license and then we'll find somebody else to drive with out of here. Now, one of the funny things here are the donut marks, which I believe would have been Mr. Pog, the Pog Damery 812, causing chaos everywhere. We've got to watch out, there's literally a drone just here, which if I'm not too careful, I might drive into. I think we can go under it. I think we're good. Cars look good in the morning sunshine, don't they? Beetle getting loaded up. I think it's all going well for those guys. as always, massive respect for driving the Gumball in that, and also massive respect for Team Skookum in the 812, who are doing a lot for the Gumball 3000 Foundation. Obviously raised the most, started at the front of the grid, bought some of the items from the auctions that we have along the way as well. Really, really, really cool. I should quickly point out that the Beetle guys were actually working on their car, so hopefully all is going well for them. We're about an hour into the drive, and safe to say it's not going awfully well. In fact, when we joined this traffic jam, it added about 45 minutes to the journey, and it is telling us to take this next exit to try and go around. So we're probably going to give that a go. Just when I think we're going to be able to exit, there's actually a state trooper that's pulled someone over here, and you have to leave them a bit of space. You can't just pull in right alongside. So a little bit more of the traffic. Georgia State Police Patrol. Right. Let's see how this is going to go, because that doesn't look friendly in the slightest. This is where we feel very smug, going over the top of the highway. Look, right, complete gridlock. Oh, just down to there, so that's where it all ends. Well, it hasn't been too bad. We are now back around, ready to rejoin. I have no idea if we're ahead of where we would have been or if we're behind, but that sounds good. And this is in normal. To be honest, the whole drive so far today, we've just had the car in regular automatic normal mode, which is where the GT500, to be honest, is a great cruiser. It's a really good cruiser. There's a car pulled over there, but just after it, on the right side, are some blinking lights. So we have another pullover. Is that a Gumballer, or is that something completely unrelated? I can't see right in a second. Two cops, just chilling, having a chat with a random guy with no car there. Like, was he walking down the highway? Or was he maybe from the car that was pulled over before? I don't know. I got no idea. Well, this truly is the day of police. There's another cop just here. I can't see if there's another car there at all, or if it's just, yeah, pulled over. Just somebody, who knows what they did wrong, but hey, it wasn't us, it wasn't a Gumballer. That's one of the funny things. You expect that the cops are just going to be pulling over Gumballers everywhere, but I'm not sure we've seen many compared to the number of cops pulling over random people. We have ourselves a pack of Gumballers. We've got Team Goldfinger, 812 Superfast. Then behind them, we've got the 812 GTS, the red one. That's cool. Then we've got the RS6. And finally behind that, we have the Rolls-Royce Dawn. Doesn't that car just look superb? The 812s, the two cars together, are just the best Gumball cars. That front mid Ferrari V12, stunning cars to look at, wonderful cars to drive, but also with decent luggage space and just comfortable. Exactly what you want on something like this. We've caught up with the SUV just in front as well. We now have 6 Gumball cars together. That's kind of cool. On the right there, we have a state trooper, who I guess is just chilling. We're all just chilling. It's kind of fun. There are so many out today. This is the day of police, and in the group chat, so many people are getting busted. So many people. And meow. 812 Superfast is off. Rolls-Royce Dawn is off as well, although the V12 in the Dawn is a little bit quieter than the V12 in the 812. Sneakily under the bridge in the shadows, waiting for us. Oh, he had a laser or a radar or something. He was definitely pointing something in our direction. On the flyby, 488 Spider. Team Can-Am with the 6x6. That is just hilarious when it goes by. The crazy Bentley Conti GT. Team 66. Do we have a cop over the brow? Waze thinks that we might. There he is, tucked, waiting. So many cops today. Another few minutes later, and we have another one. In some roadworks, and we have another cop. This is getting quite repetitive, isn't it? Just cop after cop after cop. And we cross the state border into Florida, the final state of the Gumball. We're here. Farewell, Georgia, and your extreme numbers of cops, although I suspect we're going to have much of the same in this direction as well. Let's see. We had a heads up from people on the road in front of us that this was going to be coming, that we would be experiencing some Florida weather, which is often what you get at this time of year, and unfortunately, it's now quickly turning against us, and presumably a little bit further forwards, we're going to be having some proper thunderstorms. Well, there we go. That happened quickly. It's now fairly torrential out there. At long last, way overdue, we are on the road with the other GT500. Been waiting for that one. Absolutely waiting for it. So this means we have to drop some gears for a moment. It is Florida. This has happened again. Just from sunshine to pouring rain, on and off. It doesn't last for long and it clears up very quickly. But for the time being, it is definitely a case of taking it steady. Well, this got absolutely insane very quickly. There is so much standing water on the ground here.
We're less than a mile away, but this is quite funny. There are 2 cops right there in the lane to the left of me, and over our shoulder, there is another cop pulling out. So we're surrounded by 3 cop cars, and I'm the only gumballer here. No pressure at all. Let's not go doing burnouts or anything like that right now. The checkpoint right now is here at the Raymond James Stadium, which is home to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There are some Gumball cars who have arrived a slightly different way to us. Maybe that's the exit route, because I have been led to believe that our entry is up here. But this is pretty cool to be right beside a massive stadium. All right, let's roll in. How's it going, Tampa? Yay! All right, guys, who wants a t-shirt? Okay, that was a little bit crazy. But I think it was cool to stop because there were so many people here, and I imagine most gumballers have just driven straight on in. So we had a few others coming past. We've got the GT2 RS and the Cullinan in front of us right now, and we're heading in towards the lunch stop, which is very much needed. I didn't realise, but we're actually going into the stadium to park on the turf. How absolutely insane is this? We are driving into the stadium. We're driving out onto the AstroTurf. Given we're here, we have to learn a little bit about how to play American football, or at least how to throw an American football, and I must confess I'm not the sportiest person in the world, but I'm sure there is a technique to it that I do not know at all.
Ring and pinky finger on the laces part, like that?
Yeah, ring and pinky on the laces.
Yep.
Time to make a massive embarrassment of myself holding a bag. I'm gonna put that.
That's not too bad. Hey, you look good though. You look good.
Straight over the top like an idiot. So I've now thrown an American football, even if I did it in a very bad way, here inside the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. As views go, this isn't so bad. From up on the pirate ship, quite literally, the Buccaneers pirate ship here inside the stadium, looking down at everything. The bus is over there, the Gumball supercars all around. We've just had a lovely lunch down here as well. This is unreal as a checkpoint. What a cool place to be. It's time to give this a go. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. You ready? Yeah! Field goal secured. Woo! I'm not doing too badly here. I feel like my shots are kind of accurate. We are departing from the playing field with that view behind. This has just been the coolest of checkpoints. I mean, going to places like the Indy 500 and going to the Talladega Superspeedway, those are cool, but I'm lucky to go to a lot of motorsport venues. This was different, totally different. Anyway, let's make our way back out. Thank you to the team here for hosting our visit, because this was mega. This was one of the coolest checkpoints in a while for me. Really, really fun. And yeah, let's go and make our way onwards to continue this adventure. We're back on the road and immediately we have flashing blue lights, but I think again, it's nothing to do with Gumball. 2 cops, 2 state troopers, and a member of the public who must have done something wrong, but who knows what. Right behind us is the Ferrari, followed by the Dawn, and that's not it. There's also another Rolls Royce, the Cullinan, coming past as well. I guess we'll see those guys later. We're again in the rain, and the funny thing about the fact that it is raining right here is that over my shoulder is the Gumball 911 convertible with the roof down. And roof down with the rain is not a problem if you keep up the pace. If you keep driving quickly enough, you're not going to get too wet. But still, I would probably have chosen to pull over and put the roof up, because it wouldn't be much fun if you end up in a traffic jam or something. And G63 flyby, Team 51 are off. Well, there goes the Alpine. He may or may not have been going at a certain rate of speed. Just feel gone. And and again, one more. Wait for it. This happened so fast. Car's just a bit. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. And there we go. Okay, the Camaro, and then we've got the Pink Urus, and we've got the RS6. Apparently this is a private closed road in Mexico. Yeah. First thing, now that it's raining again, we have basically a double rainbow going on, one of which is super strong. The second thing to point out is that the cops have pulled somebody over in the middle of the road. Oh no, they haven't. Yes, they have. What has happened there? They've literally just dumped their thing into the ditch in the middle of the lanes. How do you end up there? Corvette C8 just driven past us. Now you might be wondering why we're driving really, really slowly at the moment. We've got 22 miles to empty, and it turns out there are no fuel stations, gas stations on this drive across, so we're currently trying to work out what to do. We might have to be either going that way or off route or meeting with somebody. Oh, that was a big flash of lightning. It's not ideal. Not ideal. Let's work out how this is going to go and what we're going to do now. Just as it starts to rain again, our saviour arrives. There's a Rolls Royce here as well. Gumballers stick together, always. They have a spare tank. This is the power of social media and the Gumball group and having a WhatsApp chat with everyone in it. We've got 10 litres, this is about 2 gallons.
I think that'll do it.
2 gallons of 93.
Yeah.
I hope it will do it, you are so prepared. We found the right thing, the funnel, that goes in there. Awesome. That is filling. So that's gonna give us 10 litres. Rocco, you are a hero. You are the saviour of the day.
Yeah.
We could not have been more lucky that the car that has a spare jerry can is like 3 miles behind. You guys are legends. We're back on the move, and this is gonna be a really gentle drive following the G63. We've got some pretty angry looking clouds now, and the weather is quickly turning nasty. That's fun, we've been overtaken by the Gumball bus. I'm glad to have seen that on the road. Look, it's so bright at the back. The party boys in this horrible, horrible weather. What's coming past us here? A G-Wagon. Not a Gumball G-Wagon, but a G-Wagon. Anyway, what I wanted to show quickly is that on the dashboard, you will see we now have 52 miles to empty currently. And here, set to the first gas station, we have 41 miles. So we are about 10 miles clear. That's good enough, but we would not have made it without the G-Wagon with the spare jerry can. So massive shout out to Team Hot Trash, to Rocco Escape, because in this weather, being stuck there would not have been fun. I'm not even sure how to comprehend what we would actually have done. But this is the spirit of the Gumball, people coming together, which is amazing, and I am truly grateful for their help and support to have made it possible that we can actually survive the journey, the last leg, in this weather of all things. Hopefully when we get to the grid it's not going to be like this, because the flashes of lightning, look at that. Mad. We have arrived at a service plaza, so all is going to be well. We can fill the jerry can back up, fill the car back up, and then get back on our way with much more of a sigh of relief than we had earlier. We're about to arrive, but have a look at this. The famous Guitar Hotel in Miami, and look at how it's got Gumball 3000 scrolling up the middle of it on the strings. That is so ridiculously cool, and I've heard there is quite the grid here. It's buzzing, and thankfully it's also not raining, which is a massive benefit. Let's roll on through. I see a lot of people. Let's get ready for this. Let's get ready for the arrival. This feels like a party. That sounded cool. I've never heard that from this before. This has been an awesome adventure. We nearly didn't make it. We were going to run out of fuel about 20 miles ago, thanks to the guys in front of us who saved us. So that was a lucky one. And then a cop around the corner, but we won't talk about that. That was absolute madness.
I don't think everybody in here realizes how much their ears are going to hurt when DDE come through with the event stuff. I love you! Thank you! That was an epic arrival here in Miami. All of the action at the hotel entrance, and then of course coming here to the car park where there are some police officers overseeing the donuts in a car park. That's not something you see every day. Today has been the longest day of the Gumball 3000. It is a late night, but what a day it was. We managed to avoid all of the police en route somehow. We have absolutely no trouble, and we're good to go for what will be the last driving day, even though we're here in Miami, the last driving day that's going to take us to Key West in the morning. Back where we left off last night, it is time for the final day of the 2022 Gumball 3000, the Toronto to Miami rally. Today heading from here down to the Florida Keys to Key West for a checkpoint and back up again. That's quite a long drive, about 4 hours each way. And then this evening, we're heading to the Inter Miami Stadium for a bit of a football match, a soccer match inside. Many of the Gumball cars are actually still here. We thought some would have gone down already. There's a new arrival, that sandy coloured G63 back there, which says +1 on the side, the +1 car for the last leg of the rally. And I think at least one Gumballer is probably about to hop on board a helicopter to make this journey a little bit quicker. For us though, it's back in the GT500. Let's get this drive on the move. Off they go. That's definitely the quicker way of going about today's journey. It's going to be a long drive. It's not the fastest of routes heading down towards Key West. But yes, helicopter, probably a little bit more efficient for today than the cars. Speaking of cars, this is not as dirty as it was thanks to the thunderstorms we had arriving into Florida, but it's certainly going to need a full-on cleanup once all of this is over. Now around here on the grid, as you can see, they're trying to line up a few of the cars to get the convoy from the air, which is going to look amazing. Yes, this car, it's such a beast for a journey like this. We need to have a full recap at the end, but this thing is mega. It is Gumballer rollout time, 720S, GT3, haven't seen these guys for a while. Team Rally to give, so you can see lots of cars, Team Skookum's 812, the Team Woody, Corvette. We've got to know all the cars and all of the drivers through this amazing journey. Team Relic here, haven't seen much of that Camaro up to this point. The Maybach GT2 RS, it's really funny how you see different people depending who you're driving with and how early or otherwise you leave in the mornings. That is a huge car. That's a Novatec exhaust and it sounds mega. The Cullinan is a massive, massive thing. That makes the Cullinan look tiny, and that makes everything look tiny. Team Can-Am with the 6x6, the Escalade, and the Rolls-Royce Cullinan. That's ridiculous. It's still killing the throttle a little bit. Peel out. Right, off we go. It is Gumball time. We are not alone today. We're with the DBS guys. Looking good. There is the Red Urus. Gumball is fueling up for the drive ahead. On the flyby, we have a Corvette, which I don't think is Gumball. It just happens to be going for a blast up in this direction. We found some Gumball cars, the Raptor and the Hard Rock guys, who are maybe to do with the filming because they left with the helicopter, and the Raptor, or sorry, the Hard Rock guys obviously are the Hard Rock helicopter. So I'm not entirely sure if that's around somewhere. Look, the Corvette's just there. So we're part of a little bit of Gumball crew. Maybe they're just kind of getting gas or something like that. I think basically everyone knows that down here in the Keys, the cops are notorious for having a very firm line. So you gotta kind of just take it easy and, you know, not push it too far, because none of us want to end up in trouble. Look at these guys. There's so much of that. We've barely been able to show it on the rally. Just people you go past waving and thumbs up, and the whole spirit and excitement of it. It's really fun. Another Gumball car that we hadn't actually seen at all on this trip. I'm not sure where the Cobra's going. I hope it was good. The way they pulled off a bit random. Was a bit random. Anyway, we've been going so slowly that hopefully the rest of the pack are going to be with us shortly. Police lurking. There are a lot, and a lot of them are empty. There was nobody in that one either. But you never know if they're there just for presents or if there's somebody in there checking speeds. Anyway, we're going well under the speed limit, so no big deal. We've found the group. Out we go. That was perfectly executed. We've got the other GT500, we've got the full crew,
We've got Rocco and Jonathan who saved us with the G63 when we were running out of fuel before. We've got the RS7, Urus, we've got tons of cars. This is awesome. Oh, that was worth it. We pulled over for just like a minute and a half, and finally everybody caught us. And now we've got the cruise together. Just a pack of Gumball cars. This is exactly how we want it. Epic. That was funny. God, the air is humid. The air is really humid. I'm loving the AC. Let's get back to that. Woo! How you doing? Yeah?
I'm doing good, Shmee. How are you?
Epic. What a day.
Epic. What a day indeed.
I'm loving this. We were worried you'd lose your wig.
Oh, no. Trust me. This is all natural. It stays on the Scout.
This is ridiculously cool. We are now going slow across the bridge. Up in the air there, you can see the chopper that we saw taking off earlier this morning. We have a massive line of cars. We are, I think, 4th in the line, but there must be about 15 Gumball cars in total. That view of this is gonna look so amazingly cool. The Corvette's up front, followed by the G, followed by the GT500, followed by us, then the RS7. Then behind that, it just goes on and on and on. All the stickered cars, all the liveries. Look at them up there. That's immense. Imagine hanging out from there, filming us all driving over. That would just be like terrifying, but really cool. We are continuing now into what looks like very, very miserable weather in front of us. Off to the side, it's bright and sunny, but up in front, it is definitely pouring with rain. So that's going to be fun, and we kind of need to fuel up again because we don't want to run out, and we've got 38 miles to go and only 27 miles to empty, so we're going to find somewhere to get that. Well, we've got a full tank of gas, but have a look around us. Where did that come from? I mean, I say where did that come from? We were literally looking at that weather approaching us. But my goodness, it's like full-on storm now. This isn't a little bit of rain, this is like seriously heavy bad weather. Presumably it's gonna be gone as quickly as it's arrived, but wowzers. Wowzers, Florida weather. That is bonkers. Well, here we have the Gumball 177 and Pog. I'm gonna go out with these guys because this will be fun. Off goes the Pog Marie and the 177 in ridiculous weather, and we follow. Did you ever think you would follow a 177 in a thunderstorm like this? I definitely didn't. It's not exactly often that you see a 177 on the road, and I love that their team number is 177 as well. Suits the car so perfectly, and it just looks so nice. And we've got Mr. Pog on the road as well. The Pog Marie, so if the police give us trouble, we've got Pog to help save the day. Well, the passenger of the police car is having a little feet up rest. The wraps are really on theme. Then we've got the GT3 RS. So loud, so stupidly loud. Then behind that, we've got the Viper and we've got the GT3 at the back, but let's go catch up with the 177 because who doesn't want to be driving in the company of an Aston Martin 177, if at all possible. We have arrived on the island of Key West, where this car has been once before on the final day of the last trip out here with it. Well, today is the final day of the Gumball 3000, and we are here again. Pog is off, GT3 RS is off, Viper is off, and we have a bit of a convoy. Well, this is funny. They're going for a high five. High five with the buggy. Alrighty. Around we go. So we are here, trying to find a parking spot if we can in the car park.
Okay, you want to come with me? You follow me.
What are you doing? Jumping onto the car?
What? And you do the same thing.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Pog is about to break something, but I'm happy to spectate.
You don't want to come behind me.
The great Ferrari jump. The Ferrari, the Pog.
Okay. Okay.
He's warming up. We should build it up. Mr. Pog! Oh, that's awkward. I don't like watching that. The 177 parks up next to the McLaren P1, the two standout hypercars of the Gumball 3000. Definitely when you've got these two side by side, two epic cars to have done so many miles, thousands of miles. Often you would not see these kind of cars doing this kind of journey, so mad props to the owners and drivers of both for actually using them as they were intended and built to be done. Look, a 177 splattered with bug splats all over the front. Pretty cool if you ask me, pretty cool. We found the chicken family. Aww, they're hiding, keeping away from the cars. They're probably absolutely terrified by all of the very loud cars just driving by. 765 LT, rolling on through, number 83, blue and orange wrap. And welcome Gumball 3000. This is our lunch stop for the day. Haven't shared too many of the lunches, but they always have a buffet set up for all the Gumballers to stop by in a nice location. That's what we got today. We've just had a bite to eat inside, very nice here at Conch Republic, but now it is time for some cars to be heading out. We will join them very shortly. There's been a bit of a swap, the P1's gone. It's been replaced by Team Shmee150's 812 with its engine bay open, that magnificent 6.5 litre V12, 800 horsepower, and the same can be said of the 812 GTS, which is now parked up there. So looking good around here, looking very, very good. We'll probably get back on the road and have a chill one, let some of these other cars that will make their way down shortly catch us up on the way towards the finale. We've got the Ferrari. The fake Ferrari, the Lamborghini Huracan Performante that's badged up as a... The owner is hilarious. The Pog Damery are out of here. They are off. All right, we are on the road. This is now the final stretch down this little bit of a chopped up road. Watch out, because this is where I'm going to kill the splitter if I'm not careful. Okay, let's pop this into normal. Let's go automatic. Let's keep the air conditioning blasting. And let's follow the Aston Martin 177, because that's a pretty good way to go about the last stretch of this rally, if you ask me. It's 3 or 4 hours, but we're heading to the finish line, to the final stop of the Gumball 3000. In this case, at the Inter Miami football stadium. It seems the Pog Damery have pulled over for some reason. Let's check if the Pog Damery are okay. Salut, monsieur.
Mr. Shmee, we are switching pilots.
You're switching pilots. The Pog Damery have the laser. They are shooting the cars. Over there is a policeman who doesn't have a laser. They do. This isn't detecting them, so it's failing. Why is this not working? What are they doing? Okay, after they were done radaring, lasering, whatever they were doing, the entire road, we are now back on the drive. Although there are some flashing blue and red lights up there. So not entirely sure if that's something we need to be concerned about, but this is a little town, so we're just cruising at 35 miles an hour anyway. We're not alone for the last bit of the drive. We have behind us a very familiar green 812 Superfast, a very fitting car to be joining to the end. As well as the green 812, we also have behind us, can't quite see it at the moment, the Huracan Spider that we've spent a lot of time driving with too. Alongside right now, I've got the 177 coming by. This is going to be a really cool way to end the rally. We've got 38 miles to go. We are on the finishing stretch now, the end of this 2,400 mile journey from Toronto down to Miami, heading to the Inter Miami Stadium for the end of it all. Well, this is cool. 2 phenomenal V12s to be cruising with in for the final stretch. We've managed to catch up with the little Beetle. Awesome. All right, onwards. The grid is calling. I think this is the first time we've seen that 992 GT3 on the road, and we've got a few other Gumballers here. We set off, I think, with the Dawn way back at the start. We've driven a lot with that 911. I think we've got the
support cars and things, and I feel very cheeky doing what we're doing right now, but hey, we're gumballers and we're late, so, you know, we've got to do what we've got to do. The final 1 mile, the last mile of the Gumball 3000. What a way to arrive with everybody. Oro Station in the 66 Mustang. This is cool. We're arriving with so many of the cars. Listen to all the revving. That was the 765 LT. Oh, the P1's just there. We finally see the P1 on the drive. It's behind the Subaru. Jordan is giving it all in that. We've got like the full grid here. This is timed to perfection. They told us it was an SLR Roadster. Like, everybody's here. Oh, wow. This is so good. This is so good. Gumballers, we have made it to the finish line. Well, no, we haven't quite made it to the finish line. We've got half a mile to go. Hey! Oh, the P1 on the move. Dawn with the roof down, even though it's a bit wet and all over the place. Oh, wow. Wow, this feels so satisfying. Look at this. It's like we've set off as a massive pack. We're going to sneak up the left. We've got the Corvette, and look at the P1. Look at the P1. Oh, this is just amazing. This is just amazing. The class of Gumball 3000 2022. That's what we've got here. We are nearly at the line. We've got Martin Too Smooth on the MC, and we've got our final t-shirts from the rally, which we're going to hand out here. But this is the last few meters of this Gumball 3000. Ready in a second to cross the finish line. It feels good. It's exhausting, but that was quite the arrival. The sun is setting. It could not come together better. This is just unreal, absolutely unreal. Time to roll up to the line. Here we are with Martin. I'm gonna hop on out. I'm gonna jump out of here again. All right, chaos, chaos. This car has now overheated, which is not ideal, but we are rolling through. We are rolling through. We've got a few more t-shirts to hand out here. So let's, we made it through. We have officially crossed the finish line. Come on guys, who wants a t-shirt? So if we make our way around this way, I'm led to believe we have quite a few hypercars to come and take a look at up here. That was a cool grid arrival. And look at this, we're right next to the stadium. Directly outside, where we're going to be heading inside shortly for the match this evening. Firstly, there's a burnout happening right in front of us. Secondly, this crazy guy would like me to sign on his laptop, which already has Damon and Dave's signatures. Well, that's a big cloud of smoke. Where should we go? Like here? Done.
Thank you so much. Can I get a picture?
You're a brave person. You're a very brave person. Of course you can. I've just got to point out the cars. We've got a Pagani Huayra just through the crowd there. On this side, what do we have? I can't even properly see what cars we have, but I can tell we've got some cool cars around here. Oh, Ford GT right here. It's a familiar car. Oh, tons of supercars. So they've got a whole, basically, they've got a whole kind of cars and coffee type gathering going on. This is absolute mayhem, but we're here. We're parked up. The cars are revving. There are so many people around. We're going to head inside actually to check out the Gumball football soccer match, to use local speak. But yeah, we've done it. We're at the end of the Gumball 3000. That is going to be it for now. What a journey it's been. Toronto, all the way to here. Oh, let's go have a chill out, see what's going on for the evening, and take it from there. This is cool, another Ford GT, and also over that away, sorry, off in the distance, is a Koenigsegg Regera, tucked in down there from Koenigsegg Broward, Koenigsegg, Florida. Anyway, let's head in here. It's the home of Inter Miami. Well, this is the view from pitch side. Oh, quite the tackle over there. This is quite cool to be in the stadium. Back upstairs, and the game is over. It was 4-3 to Laureus. The trophy has been awarded, and a random thing, by the way, I apologize. It actually stands for Drive Pink, which is a charitable
arm of AutoNation, one of the car dealerships over here. So I didn't know that anyway. I do now. This has been crazy. Gumball taking over a football stadium, the current Inter Miami Stadium, until their new one is built, which has now got permission. Somewhere over there is the DDE Aventador revving away, and also a very bright flashing 812. And the police sirens go on. Well, things are pretty much coming to an end here. Of course, the police force are driving around just keeping their eyes on the remaining parts of the party, but what a leg that was. Arguably just down and back to the same place, but driving to Key West, racking up the miles, completing the Gumball 3000, coming here to the stadium to watch the match, to do all of this at the finish line, even if the weather was completely against us this evening. We made it to Miami, the 2022 Gumball 3000. It is time now for the Gumball Awards. Spirit of the Gumball, best team, best car, best wrap, all of that. We're heading in to the day club to go see who's going to win the aforementioned prizes, and particularly the ring, the Spirit of the Gumball.
So last Friday we raised $640,000 to see who went in pole position. Then in Nashville at the Ignition Casino party and charity auction, along with Christie's, we raised an incredible $795,000.
Jesus Christ!
And then today, the charity grid that just closed behind me about 15 minutes ago raised another $87,300 into the mix, giving a grand total of $1.522 million.
Yes, friends!
Amazing. A massive thank you from me, and that's going to go to some great projects around the world, some great causes. I mean, incredible. Thank you so much. The next award is the Quantum DNA Fast and Loud Award. Can we have Adam on stage here to present this?
Let's go!
What's up, Gumball?
It's Big Boy! What's up, Gumball?
Daily Driven Exotics, they were the Fast and Loud Gumballers this year.
I'm sorry, do not send me any bills for ear damage.
What was that? I can't hear you anymore.
This was made, first of all, in 2018 to celebrate Gumball's 20th anniversary, from London to Tokyo. All right, the drum roll is over. It is, this 2022 Spirit of Gumball Award goes to team number 42, Team Skookum. They got engaged this week. Here they are. Give them a big shout. Not only has Jordan just really embraced Gumball yet again, it's not his first Gumball, he's been on it a few years, always represents hard. This year, of course, the amazing pole position, but not just that, he drove with what is now his fiancée, because they got engaged last night. Here we go.
It's the soon-to-be Mr. and Mrs. Melville. The Gumball Spirit Award.
Thank you, brothers. Let's party.
Let's party. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up to Mr. Gumball Maximilian Cooper here. This event.
Well, there we have it, the Gumball 3000 Awards, Spirit of the Gumball for Team 42, Team Skookum. We drove with them a number of times, well deserved, fantastic representatives of the Gumball Rally. But wow, what a way to close things up. It is pack-up day. We have come to the end of what's been my 7th Gumball 3000. It's been a journey of epic proportions. Naturally, today I had hoped to take my GT500 to bring things to a close in front of some very typical Miami scenery surrounded by palm trees, but alas, the weather has continued to have very different ideas. It is completely hurricane season out here. The hotel pools down there are totally deserted. The Guitar Hotel just alongside us. But alas, that is the way things are. It's hard to believe this adventure began only a week ago in Young Dundas Square in Toronto. Since then, we crossed into the US, we had the checkpoint at the Movement Festival in Detroit before going onwards to Indianapolis. We went to visit the Indy 500 to watch the race. We continued via Bardstown to Nashville, Tennessee. We then had the checkpoint to experience a ride in a NASCAR at the Talladega Superspeedway on our way to Atlanta. We then had the day driving past the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Stadium. I kicked a field goal out on the field there before we stopped in Miami. and then down to Key West before coming back to the finish line at the Inter Miami Stadium. And what a car the GT500 has been for the purpose. I bought it out here in the US a year and a half ago or so. I've driven it now over 12,000 miles, 2,366 of which were on this Gumball 3000. While it might not have been, let's say, the most expensive car on the rally, it was a fantastic car to drive. We had all of the space we could have needed inside for the t-shirts that we'd be giving out to you guys, for all of our luggage being out here on a different continent. We've been shredding a few tires. Those rears definitely are going to need replacing after this. It's been a lot of fun though, all of the burnouts, all of the donuts, all of the revs. It's a crazy loud car. It's a cool car. The carbon fiber track pack, it might have been difficult to get it to the start line with some of the issues we had. And as such, traveling around with those spare wheels the entire time, which eventually are going to make it back home to my garage. But this has been amazing. You know, even here in the garage, it's literally flooding. Now the puddles inside, there is so much rainfall, it's crazy. But this brings us to the end of what's been an extraordinary Gumball 3000, Toronto to Miami. It's all about the community, about the friends you make along the way, the memories you make along the way, the struggles that people get through, new engines, new gearboxes, punctures, and all sorts of other things that Gumballers as a team overcome. There was a huge amount of money raised for the Gumball 3000 Foundation, 1.4 million, in fact, 1.4 million pounds through the charity grid, through the auctions along the way, through the silent auctions and online auctions as well, which is really, really fantastic to see, all going to help good causes. That's a lot when you think about it being just over 100 teams or so on the grid in full. But yeah, Toronto to Miami. It's been intense, it's been fast-paced, it's been high tempo, but it's been a phenomenal adventure. So that's it for this time. Thank you very much for joining me for the Aftermovie. I hope you've enjoyed coming along for the full experience of what it's been like for us going all the way on the 2022 Gumball 3000. That's it for now though. Thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I appreciate your support an awful lot. And here's to the next one. Stay tuned. Cheers.